country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Football with the run. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the Canes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback making checks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Canes are at the line looking to convert on third and short.
Ready.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. To the outside. Fighting off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Toss sweep to the right. Turning it on. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
And the Buckeyes are flying down the field. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bell. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Eastline set just inside the right upright. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Sometimes on field goal block, you just want to take the win and let them kick it. The roughing the kicker penalty gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so I'd love to see him get...
Touchdown, Buckeyes! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the tight end. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They go to the ground. Spins away from the defense. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The short hands, it's Gibbs. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. And you think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. On the move. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
A really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Gibbs. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, it's not a good sign for this offensive line.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll run it on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Second and goal for the offense. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. LSU managed to eke out the victory in a tighter than expected one. Don't blame the gumbo there in Baton Rouge this week. These Tigers are to blame for this one being this close. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's got room. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Sends it back in motion. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Off the play fake. Looking for a big play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages. Because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense wins.
And the Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down. Run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Running it to the right. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go! Let's go!
The give to the back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
The safe ball on the wide receiver screen.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Phase 27 jump.
They'll give it to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14.
Military stun. Military stun.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long.
6 remain. 6 remain.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Gray.
And that's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's going to take off. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off play action on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hurricanes will kick it away to crank up the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
That's a great job getting the first down by that guy. He is a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field. And they've had so many guys go in the first round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Put it where only his man could get it. Gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
From the gun, the ground game. Gets it past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here.
Brings him to the open. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. He knew he was going to have to pay the price, and he did, but the reward is the first down.
Yep, he hung in there just long enough. I think he did a really good job hanging there, finds the running back. And listen, when you choose to blitz, now you got to tackle my guy in space. Running back does a great job getting the first down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that rate and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Touchdown, Ohio State! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The inside handoff. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's Bob. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Hurricanes will line up to punt it away.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. The sure hands, it's Miller.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field. You saw that right there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Gibbs. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him. Try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to adjust the pattern. The play action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. To the air on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Miller. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Corners are walked up tight. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Freeman. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Finding open areas. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run from the shotgun. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle, it's Silver. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Canes will hustle to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Hand off from the shotgun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the third interception of the night. Trying to take it back. Stopped just across midfield at the 49, but not before he forces the turnover and sets up this offense.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp it.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed, his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
In situations like this, offensively, when you've got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And I tell you what, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCLA looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. It's complete to the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Silver. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Gonna look downfield again. Moving away from pressure. Here's a throw downfield late. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
I told the coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off to Jones. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to...
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. To the ground with the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got the back over the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds the tight end. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Now the play fake. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
And this is a tough spot for QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart, because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays, because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same